Stop. I hate it.
I was like, wait a second.
Like, what the fuck?
Hold up.
And I finally got my email for my autograph.
You did?
Oh, finally.
Aren't you lucky?
And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Thanks.
Love the promo. Okay, guys.
Oh, he looks so good in this episode. Especially when he was screaming.
When does he not look good?
They're going away.
Went away, like.
Aww.
That's not Landon. That's not Landon. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? It's a fucking
Literally,
TikTok.
who cares?
Yes. I am petty, yes.
Hey guys, it's Iz.
Hey guys, it's Not.
Hey, it's Robyn.
Hi guys, it's Bit.
And today we're here with a Legacies confession episode. Last 2 weeks, we kind of asked you guys to send us a little confession that you had about the show. And disclaimer, just before we dive into this episode, these are not our confessions. Some of these confessions are legacies, and some of these are personal confessions. So, and also keep in mind that we're coming into this episode blind. The only one that's read the confessions is Robyn. So these are our dead-ass rankings. Like 2 or 3 confessions, and that's it. But everybody has, it's anonymous, so we will never know who you are. But if you want to tell us, you can if you want. But these are our confessions, so that's the episode.
There's like over 75. There was a couple of repeated ones that I deleted simply because we're still trying to remain respectful. But when I tell you guys, you came out. Like, okay, I've transferred everything into a doc, and it's like 7 pages long. So let's just jump right in. There is no rhyme or reason to any of these either. I did not organize them. They are just how they came in. So we're going to be jumping back and forth between a lot of different things or a lot of the same things. I have no idea. But so confession number 1. The stupid squad doesn't care about Hope and Landon, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
Period.
We've seen, it's been shown a lot in season 3 and definitely prominent in the first half of season 4. So we always rant about them, and we're not going to rant about them today. They don't deserve our breath.
No, I'm sure we'll rant about them later.
Oh, okay, we might.
Clark shouldn't be involved in the plot anymore, at all.
Period.
Yes, here.
Why he keep coming back? For what?
Fine. There's no reason why Clark is still peeping at us unless we're trying to have a brother bond between him and Landon. And even then, people want to still be like, "Oh my God, Clark and Hope." And I'm just like,
a whole as man,
Clark
why do you want a whole bunch of teenagers to be your friends? Just let it go.
I mean, and the fact that they have him with this crazy cat lady who is clearly up to no good.
Yeah. You haven't even finished yet.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I mean, agreed. To be honest, Hope's storyline was too tied to Landon in season 2 and 3. Danielle deserves better as the main lead, and it's finally refreshing that she's getting her own storyline in season 4. I am a Handon shipper forever, by the way.
I mean, true, but it wasn't developing Hope as a character. It's still developing her because she was getting more of an emotional development. I think that was something that she needed since she lost her parents. And honestly, we haven't seen much of Hope developing this season. She's just thriving and doing menace things. She's just a menace.
I mean,
and we're gonna see development. She actually turns out her humanity and see how she's gonna deal with that.
People tend to forget the fact that Landon is the reason why she is developing. He's the reason why she is growing.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off when people say that her storyline only revolves around Landon.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about that one.
I mean, even Danielle says that that Landon was like a big part of her arc, and now she's dealing with the results of that. And her love for him was what the with what
Oh,
we couldn't
Wi-Fi.
see where Hope is now.
I mean, like, if Danielle always deserves everything.
Better.
The thing is
Yeah.
she got really good storyline in season 1, really good stuff in season 3 and season 4. Season 2 was the fucking Josie show, so that's where she deserved
It was
it had nothing to do
yeah,
with
it was bad. It was bad all around season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was
with season 4 is I think is a good season for Hope. I'm not gonna lie, it's a great season for Hope.
yeah,
Good
of course.
season for Danielle because this is a different side of Hope that she hasn't had to play before.
Yeah.
And but I 110% disagree with the whole thing about Hope's storyline revolving around Landon in season 1 or season 2 and season 3. For one, season 2, like Robyn said, it wasn't really Hope's show that season. If you think about it, Hope had nothing really to do with that season.
She was literally a sword in the field.
Yeah,
that
being there to save people. That's literally why she was there. In season three, she said clear as day in an interview that it was going to focus on Hope and Landon. She said that. And so I disagree with that. But it
honestly didn't even really focus on Hope and Landon because it wasn't even Landon. It was just Hope fucking realizing that she didn't want to have to she was going through this loss, and then she had to deal with this loss, and then she didn't want, like, it was her finally, briefly, but finally fucking choosing herself before everyone else made her feel fucking guilty about it.
Yeah, but she also didn't have the time to actually grieve. Like, in this short frame, we got a 3-week time jump, which we didn't even see her grieving, to then having to be forced in situations such as caring about the school when that shouldn't be her priority, when she's been saving school before then trying to recruit students, then getting a new roommate, then the roommate suddenly now trying to be Dr. Phil when they are over here obsessing over their own ex. Like, it's so weird for Hope to be the only character getting into that section when there's a lot of obsession and other hypocriticism and other characters, but Hope is the only one prioritized because she has a boyfriend.
I just think as a Handon shipper, you would see that, though.
Yeah, putting as a Handon shipper, is it going to have us agree with you? So I disagree.
Okay. Why does Hope never defend herself when the Super Squad makes a false accusation? She defends herself well in 112. What happened to her? She's a Mikaelson.
Yeah.
They make her feel fucking guilty. They fucking gaslight her.
Yep, a lot. I mean, Legacies is imperfect, but like I think people blow out of proportion this thing about Hope being all about Handon because she isn't.
Yeah, and I hate when they're like, oh well, she's weak because she doesn't like fight them. Like, let's do them with ease. Like, you don't see how she swept the floor in Pro 6? Do you really want your favorite to die?
Yeah, it's just
like it's either oh well she's doing this over a boy, and then when she doesn't do anything, it's oh my god, why would she hurt my fave? So what do you how to do then?
The amount of times people bring up the whole thing in 308 is so fucking annoying. Like,
as the main reason every time Hope has said
one time she freaking chooses Landon. One time.
It became the highlight.
Oh, she did it. Oh, but the twins. I don't care.
It's a highlight of every argument.
Like, I love Lizzie with all my heart.
One time.
Hope is selfish. How? Because of 308, and that's when I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Because she loved Landon to die, and what? 313. What's 314? One of the fuck episodes, she loved him to die. To save other people.
Yep.
And you're going to invalidate that because she chose Landon once out of all the time she had to fucking save the school while your face was sitting on their asses? Because they didn't even know the tea. Get out of my face. And I will sit beside Hope no matter what the fuck she does. She can kill your face today or tomorrow. I will still be there. As her number one soldier, yes ma'am. What about it, Hope? What's the next move? Who we killing next? I won't care.
All right, do it, Bessie. You got it. Let's do it.
Right. Let's go. Cut, Hope. Cut, Hope. Cut. Hope stand at your mercy. Okay. So,
Exactly. We are
exactly though.
Yeah. I think Cleo and Jed have more chemistry than her and Caleb do. Fucking preach.
Yes.
Exactly. Thanks.
Yes, 110%. Yes, oh my
It's
gosh.
sad that the scene where she thought that she was talking to Jed and they hugged had more chemistry than the Caleb and
No,
Cleo.
the scene when after he turns and he's like sitting there with just a blanket over top of him and she hands him a bottle of water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's the scene.
No, and it's
Yes.
not like she's caring. Like she didn't even she was talking to Jed about stuff. One she could talk to her own boyfriend. Well, at the time, not boyfriend, but whatever. She couldn't even trust him with a simple little tea.
To me, Caleb does not deserve Cleo, and they don't have anything. They don't have that little spark that.
Yeah, but also he was like going to work for somebody that she literally hated just to save her. And if he succeeded, she'll probably mad at him for putting other people at risk for her.
I mean, like, she was willing to kill Hope, so.
Yeah, never mind.
Maybe they're perfect.
I mean, you saw how fast she ate that up. She said she was like, well, let's try to get people to forgive you. And I'm just like, show.
But, like, handing over Hope wasn't going to be stopping Malivore. If, like, it's. Caleb is such a traitor.
Anyways.
Yeah. Speaking of the Super Squad, the Super Squad is a bunch of people who bullied Hope and Landon. I wonder why they're doing what they did. Like, why just treat Hope and Landon in bad manner, but it's okay for the rest of them? The worst part is they never even feel sorry or ever apologize.
It's big.
Bullying is going to get what they want because they need both Hope and Landon.
True. And let's be honest.
I don't want to admit it, but
they could never succeed without Hope or Landon.
No.
Exactly.
He didn't make plans. MG couldn't make plans. He cannot do big risks like Hope said. He over here wishy-washy about what he wants to achieve. And at some point, if you can't execute the plan, then so be it. How did it take y'all 50 years to figure out a damn plan to save Landon, and you didn't even use it to save Landon, you used it to save Cleo?
Lizzie would be dead right now if it wasn't for Landon. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, he's the one that figured out the honor right too, so like.
I mean, if it wasn't for Landon, they would be having nightmares till this day.
That's true. And also they will be slugged.
Yeah. Yep.
Ways.
They would all be dead because they'd all have the slugs in them, yeah.
I mean, that's why we call like power couple. I mean, we have this.
If it wasn't for Landon saying, yo, her boo, he's so close to change, Cleo would not be getting found.
That's why Hope's like, I love that you used your brain, you use your brain, not bra, because she's the bra and he's the brains. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Days.
Yep. Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but this is a question. Like, I know some of you guys ship Hizzy and Handon. So, like, how does that go for you guys?
Fed.
Pretty peaceful for me.
Yeah. I mean, what is wrong? Like, I don't know how it's, and I rarely multi-ship. So, for me personally, it doesn't matter what type of Hizzy content I'm getting besides Handon, like, they've kept me through the drought. And when Handon is having their problems, Hizzy's out here, they feed me. So I get a 2-piece combo.
Yep. Hizzy's just like so much fun to watch. They're like I said, they've had such amazing development between them two of them that it's like it's hard not to like them. And
even if you don't ship it, it's hard to lie to yourself and say that you don't see the dynamic. Like, I wanted this dynamic in season 1.
Their fucking dynamic is amazing.
Yeah, to frenemies, to besties, like whatever you choose to look at it, like you cannot tell me that they don't serve. Like,
Danielle and Jenny's chemistry is really amazing too. So
yes, yeah.
I
love the way that they like bounce off of each other too, like the insults, like, but it's not really insults, but it's like it just reminds you of like they're just I don't know. I just love it. Like it's not even like enemies. It's just like I don't even
Bickering best friends.
Yes, and I love them so much. Like I don't like
it don't feel forced. Like they bounce off each other so well that you just like, damn, like you can't even tell it apart.
Handon is it. Like Handon is like the couple that deserves to end up together, that they should end up together, blah blah blah. But Hizzy is one of those things where it's like, if something were to happen to Landon, which I'm not saying it's going to, she would be the perfect person for Hope. And that's just our opinion.
Plus Landon and Lizzie's her like her most close people. Like those are her pod.
Those are the two people that Hope has grown the closest to throughout the entire show.
I think that Lizzie and Hope are like two alike. They would literally have the biggest and widest fights. They already have, honestly.
Yeah.
They accomplish so much, and I just love to see them on the screen.
Yeah,
I love their arguments. I hate to say it.
Yeah, they truly have the best. They truly have the best development.
Like the one in the Gremlins episode where she was like, Caleb had to stop Hope from hitting Lizzie with an axe.
Yeah, there's.
They develop so well. Like every time they have an argument, they resolve it and have a bigger, best development as always.
I know. I just like Iz was saying, Handon's number one, obviously, but like Naj was saying, if we don't have Handon, we have Hizzy. Like it's best of both worlds. We fucking have both. And like the next couple episodes, we're not even upset because we're getting fucking Hizzy in the next couple episodes, and it's gonna be like
Heretic Lizzie and Tribrid Hope.
Oh, I'm so ready.
We're about to eat.
Lizzie is so fucking annoying, and it's just gonna be beautiful.
She's gonna annoy the fuck out of Hope, and it's just gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Josie's character was giving nothing in season 2 and 3 until Finch came along. I mean, I would add season 1 onto that.
Who the fuck said that? You think nothing? Okay, yeah. next one.
No comment. Okay, how about this one? Josie being gone won't affect the show in any way.
I mean,
who the fuck?
I mean, not for me because I wasn't enjoying her time or her storyline anyways. I like Finch and Finzi, but like I feel like Josie had run her time on Legacies.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially
I agree with that.
showing how she wouldn't be happy if she didn't stay away from all the magic stuff. So
it started when she went to Mystic Falls. That's when I knew her storyline. Like I said that from the beginning. I said that I knew her storyline was ending towards then. That's what I knew. So I agree with that.
Hopefully she may get some appearances though, like at least confirm that either Penelope and her got together or Fancy's still together, or maybe we'll get Maya and Finch again. I mean,
oh, Maya and Finch. Can you imagine?
Let's imagine that.
Oh, exes to lovers.
But the thing is that how would Maya be able to see Finch since Ethan, but she can't come to Ethan's class school every day. So that's interesting to see the dynamic.
I mean, you're just turning her into a vampire. I mean,
Speed, Naj.
Yeah.
Okay. I honestly don't understand how Josie is helping Hope. The show keeps implying that Josie is exhausting her efforts to help Hope, but not really accomplishing anything.
Yeah, where is she going?
Because I mean, they say I have to leave to help Hope, but like she's literally just leaving.
But she's like, I have to leave to help Hope, but then also I have to leave
to find herself.
Herself. Like,
I mean, she's putting herself first because if she's not in a good place, she can't help anyone.
I gotta put me first.
I gotta put me first.
Put me first, Lucius.
I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first. I gotta put me first, Lucius.
Yeah, because if she's in a good place, how can she help someone to find her good place, you know?
Yeah.
Next one.
Oh,
Okay.
we're laughing. Okay, God.
I
Oh, good.
deadass lost my virginity in Mystic Falls. This might not be relevant to your podcast. Just thought it was funny enough.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. That's the
I mean, at least it was
one.
memorable.
Bestie, was it good, Bestie? Was it consensual?
I mean, good. Yeah,
If it's
consensual.
consensual, then we support.
Did you use protection?
Yeah, exactly. From scale of 1 to 10, please tell me how was it? And also 1 to 10, please tell me you didn't have a vampire baby from Covington.
And I hope he was in the crypt like Handon.
You know what? Why they was well, good thing that Landon put some cheese down because they was gonna be rocking the devil's den with all that dirt in it. They had that dirt. I know probably some like sand, dust, probably just on their feet. Like, anyways.
I mean, that's a real feat to be able to say that you lost your virginity in the same place that Hope did.
Well, imagine somebody just going
Jesus.
like, "Oh, come!" Well, imagine somebody going to Covington like, "Let's go to the crypt." Why? Because I can make the magic happen.
You want to feel what it's like to fly?
Before you melt into a puddle of goo, yeah.
Not the goo.
Honestly, trauma. I hate it forever.
It isn't Red Bull that gives you wings.
I wanted to get some Red Bull yesterday too. It's so good though. I don't have any ears, so yeah, Red Bull will give you wings. It also gives you flavor, so
Okay.
it hurts. But anyways,
There is one reason why I'm going to miss Josie. When am I going to tweet now during the episodes without her scenes?
You guys are so evil.
I know who the fuck that is.
I know who that is.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my God.
I know who that is. We all know who that
You know
is.
who that is.
Oh,
You are
yeah.
so,
Okay.
you are too much. You are too much.
Oh my God.
Honestly.
Oh god.
I'm glad Josie has never heard Hope sing. I mean,
Oh yeah, she was kissing Jade. So
That's true.
you guys really came out with the Josie stuff.
I mean, it was to be confessions, guys. No, Josie hate train.
I mean,
And they've been holding it in for a while though, so I think,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
And I mean, it's a safe space, so
It is, yes. And again, like, these are your guys' confessions. They're all anonymous. We're reacting to your confessions. I mean, like, everyone knows we're not huge fans of Josie, so, you know,
true.
what it is.
You know.
I'm trying my best to understand Caleb and why he sold Hope and the squad to Malivore, but I really can't understand. He didn't really sell the squad, he sold Hope.
There is nothing to understand. He's just
he's a horny teenager who wanted.
he's just selfish.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
how are you gonna tell your
Yeah.
friend's body because of someone you met?
While
2
she's
weeks ago?
dead.
You're just sick. She couldn't even protect herself. It just that just makes no sense to me. Literally no damn sense. And the fact everyone just forget him after that, and they literally treated Hope like damn trash because she wanted to save Landon and she didn't hurt no damn soul. It's just a lot to me.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I just don't understand why Caleb knew Cleo for not even like 2 to 3 weeks. And within those times, they couldn't really talk or bond except like 2 instances. And most of the time, she pushed him away. He thought it was as hard to get when McCall was like, "I'm not interested." Then afterwards, wasn't acting like his true self, and then gave the fucking trapper to the biggest monster of them all. Like, no. But what kills me about this whole situation is the fucking aftermath of how Alert was like, "Oh, you do anything for love," but when it came to Hope, it was a fucking wildfire.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm over it. Like, if Hope does anything more savage, I don't care. So I'm going to say she did it because she's tired. Yeah.
Yep. Or, whatever else excuse that they wanted to, it's okay for Caleb, but it's not okay for Hope.
Right.
Who, she's been with her boyfriend for a year or whatever, but whatever. Okay, this one is going to love this one. Pineapple belongs on pizza. There, I said it. And no, that wasn't my confession.
What?
But whoever did say it, I agree with you.
Pineapple is good on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza, yep.
No, just no.
Nope.
Just get out. No.
You want hot fruit? You want hot fruit on your pizza?
Yeah, who does that?
Robyn!
So fucking good, though.
Robyn does.
When we go to Kevin, I'm gonna need you to keep that pizza away from me. Yeah, when we have half and half in the box, Robyn gonna have half pineapple.
I don't even think that restaurants or pizza places there do pineapple on pizza.
You can add it as a topping. I think if you say a specific one, you'll just say like Hawaiian pizza, Hawaiian style pizza. But I think you also can get like just regular pineapple in there.
Yeah. Well, because here it's like one of the top pizzas. It's ham and pineapple.
Oh.
Although I'm not a huge fan.
I'm sorry for the Canadians.
It's, you know what? We were raised on it. It's good. I swear there are things that you guys do that we're just like, what the fuck?
I mean,
like Velveeta cheese. The fuck?
what's wrong with Velveeta cheese? It tastes good with some mac and cheese. Stop. No Velveeta.
Just saying.
The Velveeta slander.
Not the Velveeta.
Slander.
I need more Canadians. Jeez. Okay. MG has only gotten worse and worse since he first killed Landon, even more so once you add in the whole I want to be a superhero complex.
Period.
Yeah.
Yo, is this him? Like, is this us? Like, damn.
No, this is it, guys. This was just us. It's actually all of our confessions. No one actually sent anything in.
Right, all of us.
He's just got worse.
We would never. We could not be able to come up with 70 plus confessions. So.
And I hate how he's always judging people and not looking at himself because he thinks
how is he going to be like, I like Lizzie, then start dating Alyssa, and then be committed to her and hide the ascendant for a few months to weeks to months, and then get jealous when she's moving on with Ethan.
Yeah, and how are you gonna say Ethan doesn't deserve to be on the school because he's kept a secret for Lizzie? Like, who are you? Like, who are you?
Who the f- are you? Like, where do you even come from, bitch? Who are you? That's a confession.
Landon has also had development and a storyline in season 1 as well as in season 3, although we never saw it. I would say season 2 because he was exploring his powers and wanting to become a hero.
Let me tell you, the writers hate develop Landon because it makes no sense.
The writers better have a loving arc for the rest of this series because he keeps getting reconned. And that's where I'm not going to be listening to this anymore. Season 2, he tried to show his powers the second half of the fucking season to lose it in like an episode and a half. Never brought up in season 3 to then die. Go into prison world and ta-da! Don't even show us the shit. You want us to be so shocked that you brought us fake ass Landons, gave Handon development, not Handon, bring Landon back, and then he dies. He dies again and go limbo. It's like he's not going to show us nothing. Like, how many times did he have to die and go in another fucking universe? 2 times? And we still don't know his powers. Full powers, and it's been 4 seasons. And don't get me started on how he's over here in season 4 with these random weirdos such as Alert and Ted. You need to go. If Landon comes back and he does not be a Phoenix, and if he dies somewhere else, I'm going to be pissed. Because season 3, as much as I love season 3, why couldn't you just give us real Landon? Or at least just show how Hope is doing her own stuff as a character, and then have Landon surviving as his own, which would kept his word of still finding his way back to Hope. Why did you waste our time?
Period, Ash. Period.
I'm tired. Listen, I could really just sit here and rant about Landon because there's no way that he always is not get. How many times he got to get reconned? It's not a fucking comic book. Why is he getting reconned? This is not a comic book. I didn't know this was DC Comics. Stop. Hashtag say Landon Kirby, please. Well, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Exactly.
Hashtag free Landon Cumber for Limbo. Because
Please free him from Limbo.
And speaking of Landon, season 3 should have been about Landon in the prison world rather than wasting our time with 2 fake Landons.
And two of them. To then have us, like, then to have people use this, well, not even Landon. And I'm just like, can't even lie no more because they did say, what was the word? Next confession.
Don't want to get into it.
No.
Okay. MG trying his best to step up as a super squad leader is the same as him wearing a shoe that is either loose or too tight.
period.
Did he ever make up a plan that worked?
No.
I was tagging along. Like, didn't Hope say go into the prison world and like him and Alyssa, I mean him and Lizzie went like, he don't do anything. What plan? Only plan he did was burn this, get rid of the stakes for Hope, and it still ain't gone. Jesus Christ!
These confessions are so good.
I'm enjoying this.
They're gonna have us have more rants than intended in a minute.
He could even choose between Lizzie and Alicia. He can make leader decisions.
I know, and he chose Alyssa after she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the necromancer to make you like love me," and it's just like that wasn't a fucking red flag right there, and you're like, "Oh,
Right.
I should."
He ignored that. He ignored that. Her whole, you're going to love me, and said, well, I understand you, your family. Why? I understand family, but why was that the definitive thing? Is if she didn't just literally have you be used as a fucking vessel 1, saying you're gonna be forced to love her 2, and almost fucking let the world in 3.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And she was also Jed's ex. So don't get mad. Even though Jed is wrong for sleeping with Alyssa, you still broke the bro code first. So why is it any concern?
Exactly.
Like, doesn't make no fucking sense. And no one really talks about that either. Jed had her first. Like, Jed was with her first. It was on and off.
Yeah.
So why are you mad that she went back to her other love?
Jed and Caleb were fighting over her.
Exactly. And like, come on. Cut the camera.
Like,
he don't even know that Caleb was feeling Alyssa. He don't know.
no, but he was, because the 3 of them were looking for the zombie.
I was thinking the same thing. And he's like, you guys are both the same girl, and she likes me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's how irrelevant that scene was. Anyways.
Finch is just like a female version of Landon, selfless, pure, and a great character despite her past.
Yep.
Facts.
Period.
Yep.
No
Period. Yep.
further.
Anyways.
The next, I'm just going to say it, and we're just going to move on. Hosey is the worst crack ship ever. Moving on. The squad doesn't care about Landon. I mean, MJ Cleo about her time with Landon when it was with Malivore, but they didn't even look for his body or have a funeral for him.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I'm sick. Just sick. I hate how they treat Landon. Honestly, I need the Super Squad all to literally burn themselves. I don't care. I hope they die on a trench. I don't know. Fucking my English is just confused right now. But I don't care. Be better. Be better.
What tells me is that, like,
I hate the Super Squad.
It's talking to like a repeating CD player. Like, they keep wondering what's happening to Hope or what's happening to Landon every time. It's a repeating cycle and never figure it the fuck out. Why don't you know her humanity's off? Who's missing? When Landon was gone in season 3, who was missing? Season 2, like, why the fuck is it so hard for y'all to connect simple dots? Y'all did a whole plan to save Landon and Cleo. Cleo come back, Landon is gone. You don't try to find his body. You find out that Hope said that he's gone, and that's why she turned humanity off. Don't find Landon still.
They put a whole funeral together for Lizzie. They did a light vigil for
Alaric.
And there was nothing for Landon. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh, I miss Landon too. Really? Since when? It's so.
If you did, why did you move some random ass boy named Ethan in my son's room?
Or MG's like.
Exactly.
To go.
MG's like, oh, it's just so different around here without Hope and Dr. Saltzman. Just them?
Like, bitch.
Just them? Oh, we don't leave a member of the super squad behind. Bull fucking shit.
Just lies. They just be saying anything at this point.
Yeah. No.
They just open their mouths and say anything.
Absolute garbage.
I just don't care no more.
It's very annoying. It's very annoying because Hope and Landon, they go through extreme lengths to try to save everyone, and then nobody does the same for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Preach.
I'm glad KB is gone because of her constant putting more gasoline on the fire, knowing very well the toxic fandom she has that harasses the whole fandom, as well as the actors and the showrunner himself on a daily basis. And rather than speaking about her character or her journey, or her, canon ship, she goes around to speak about something that doesn't matter and is in no shape or form mattering the show itself, just fueling it for no reason, but keeping her image in the fandom so much for consideration for her coworkers. That was long-winded.
Let's continue.
No comment.
Exactly. Facts.
This is our confessions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to speak up.
I mean,
so if you're triggered, go find the person that confessed.
I mean, this is the voice of the people. We're just here to
exactly.
share.
Yeah, we're just sharing the voices of the people.
Sure.
And these are anonymous.
Who are afraid to say it or don't want to get attacked. So
if you're triggered by this, then maybe there's some truth to it. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe you should watch the podcast.
Yeah. Whenever I slept with my stuffed animals, I made sure their head was above blankets so they could breathe. I did it until I was like 16.
I agree.
That's cute.
I did it too.
I never thought about it, honestly. I feel bad for my stuffed animals now.
I lined them next to me under like the sheets, so they was next to me. They had their own little pot on bed. Yeah, so I agree. Whoever that is, bestie, I see you.
I only really had like one on my bed, and it was always in my arms. Like I cuddled.
I still have one.
I knew I was gonna sleep. I knew I was gonna be. I'm a wash sleeper when I was younger, so I was like, nah.
I still sleep with one animal, stuffed animal.
I always had like bigger ones and small ones. They used to be like something at the edge of my bed, and like I'll switch which ones I wanted to bring with me.
I have a sloth right now that he sits on my bed the entire time. You guys know, you've seen him.
Cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Landon and Hope deserve to have a happy ending. Neither of them should die in the series finale.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
we're gonna get a proposal and a marriage on the dock.
I mean, they better. I want even a Handon kid because I have been through hell with these two. I swear to God.
If I'm gonna get a kid, I'm going to riot.
Exactly. I'm gonna go to Brad's store and gonna knock there until he wrote the finale again and gave them a child.
Yeah.
I mean, Robyn needs to start writing Handon kids because everything she writes just goes to the show somehow.
I mean, I have written Handon kids, except I've always written girls, and you and Pierre are always like, no, it has to be a boy.
No, yeah, you always give yours girls, no words. I have my mind.
I do boys.
This writes boys.
Yes. I have my mind said they're gonna have twins, a couple.
I mean, my stories are more if you want to get into cinematography.
Period.
look at mine. A little.
We have all types of fanfics around here.
Yeah. We're all three of us are writing. I'm
Right
gonna drop a check
now-
on Friday.
Right now, my fic is
Depression.
I call it the reincarnation fic.
Bia's called the sad fic.
the pain fic. That she calls
Yeah,
it.
the fanfic.
I
Alex,
call it. I was there when you came up with the idea and you asked me to write it down.
Alex is all for it. Everything that I throw at her, she's like, yes. So I appreciate that.
Sick.
I was be like, okay, hear me out. That's how I always start it. Hear me out. What if? And she's just like, yeah.
You guys are awful. Just awful.
Yeah.
Robyn literally called me one day. I was like, I need you to write this down now. So
Yeah, she's like having ideas while she's driving to work, and she's like, write this down right now, or I will forget it.
That's how the reincarnation fic came into existence, and then it's just like fucking sad all around after that.
Jesus.
Anyways, okay. I really want Rebecca and Hope to amend their relationship, as well for Hope to have her necklaces back. I would hate it if things are left unresolved between them and the rest of the family.
Oh no, they probably bring her back to
I
bring
think
the
so, too.
necklace. Yeah,
There's
I think
no
she's gonna
reason
come
why
back.
Hope gave her the necklaces, and it's because
Yeah.
important later.
I mean, Danielle have been saying this necklace is gonna be important for a while.
Well, yeah. Because she said that in season 3 before.
Yep. Before Handon. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I wish that Haley would get mentioned more in Legacies. Klaus is mentioned all the time, mostly negative things, though. I know Hope loved both her parents, but Haley basically raised Hope by herself her entire life because of the Hollow. Not to mention all of the things Haley has done to help the werewolves. Example, breaking the curse so they weren't human for only one night, getting them a seat at the council when New Orleans was being divided up by the factions, marrying Jackson so the entire pack could control when they turned, and constantly saving them from being hunted and killed. In season 1 of the originals, werewolves from all packs were coming to see Haley because she was a Lebanese and pregnant with Hope. She also helped keep the peace in New Orleans for 7 years as a spokesperson for the werewolves on the council. Everyone keeps saying Hope is her father's daughter. In some ways she is, but she is a lot more like Haley.
I mean, Hope was a whole child when all these things happened in the originals. She was in her mom's womb, so I don't think she can speak about it. But like, I understand, because everything she talked about Klaus was her struggling to accept that he died, and she thinks was her fault. And with Haley, she got her ending. She found out that Haley had peace, and she had a closure, but she never had closure with Klaus. Then have all this stuff about Phoebe doesn't let her image go on Legacies. And I mean, when it's important, I think Hope talks about her mom. There was what happened when she was dying. She was afraid that when she died, she wouldn't have her mom with her anymore. So, I mean, it's not. I mean, I can understand people being like kind of upset about it, but I mean, for me, it just makes sense for her not to talk about so much about Haley, because every time she brings her parents, because she's struggling with them dying or anything about it.
Yeah,
I
Dad
add to
found peace. Like the main thing is that he'll never find peace until she does.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna
that's-
say is I kind of disagree. Yeah, Hope is her mom too. Like I agree with that part. But it's been clear the entire show that they've only really focused they focus a lot on Klaus because it's what Hope was afraid of becoming.
Yeah.
And it kind of leads up to what it is now, which is like she's basically saying, I am my father's daughter. So them not mentioning Haley so much is because it was clear as day that Hope was her daughter. Because throughout the originals, like that said, it was, Hope was raised by her mom. And I think, now that Hope is older, coming to terms with the fact that, this part of her, that's her dad's part, which is the vampire side of her. She was been so afraid to, do that and, have to deal with the consequences of being a Mikaelson vampire, being an original vampire. And for me, she is half her mom and half her dad, but it's all about the half that she is willing to embrace rather than the other half that she's kind of kept hidden her entire life, which is her vampire side. And now that she's a fully activated tribrid, she has to deal with the consequences of what being her father's daughter will end up having on her, because we don't know what's going to happen. She's still going, especially without her humanity, because we haven't had a Mikaelson without their humanity. So we don't know what's to come up with that. But
It is exactly like Freya said, that she is like, her
equal
mom
parts.
dad. But yeah, right now she's more her dad, because her dad struggled with all of this, like wanting to shut himself off and to pain and stuff like that too. Even though he wasn't shutting his humanity off, but if you think about it, he never really let anyone get close because he's too worried about being abandoned because of like everything that happened, obviously with Michael and his mom and stuff like that. And so yeah, Hope's more him in that sense, but they don't mention Haley enough, and it would be nice to get a few more mentions of her, like, or even like, I don't know, like there have been a few, but yeah, it would be nice to. I mean, I know Phoebe.
I feel like Haley sometimes should be mentioned. Like, she doesn't have to be a main priority as to like be mentioned every time, but for some reason, it do feel like she's not mentioned as much as she should. Kind of like how Elijah's never really mentioned at all.
Yeah.
Like, he's not mentioned at all. So.
And he literally named Hope.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, even a scene with Hope just being like, I saw my mom in peace once, because like she pieces because she saw her mom there,
Yeah.
Which she wasn't dead. So it makes me think, how was she able to do that? And can she do that in Legacies?
Hopefully. Go see Landon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please. I beg of you.
I want an episode where the Super Squad goes into Hope's mind and sees her memories like they did with Elijah in the originals. It could possibly help them see her as a person by seeing everything she's went through. For example, Haley being murdered after she holds her when she's born, Hope being possessed by the Hollow and hurting her mom, Hope crying out for her dad after the Hollow was put in him, Hope seeing her mom tortured, and her crying when she finds out that she died.
No.
I mean, I take anything for these people to actually see her.
I don't like, you would think common sense such as her boyfriend dying, letting her grieve would be a main thing. But no.
Especially knowing that, like,
they don't deserve that.
And
they don't deserve to see her vulnerable moments, because they're not even really her friends. No.
Well, I mean, even the fact of like the way she was treated the entire time when she was at school, and then Alaric just like fucking being like, "Oh, you're better than that. Just ignore it."
Yeah.
Rather than dealing with the situation, and then them treating her the way she is now, like.
Yeah, and even then, her friends seeing it is going to make everybody else not see it, because the whole school knows about her dad. And if it wasn't for Landon, they would still have been like, "Oh, Hope Mikaelson, the big evil." Until Landon made them see Klaus in the light that Hope did. Therefore, there shouldn't be anything for them to figure out. I literally got fucking 50 books about Klaus and the whole adventures of the Thorn Saboteurs. Just read a book, and maybe you'll see. I don't need them nowhere near Hope when they didn't even care about stuff that was actually in their faces. Keep them away from my girl. Period.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep. Hope and Landon can have growth and individual storylines while still together as a couple.
Exactly.
100%.
Yep. Yeah.
Like, they make it seem like if they're together, they're not, and that's not the case. So.
I mean, what is wet? What else? I don't know what to say.
Exactly. I mean, that's the best way to put it, right? I hate that everyone mentions how Josie killed Alyssa, but doesn't mention that she also killed Lizzie. I don't believe it was mentioned again, or that Josie ever apologized for that. Josie even abandoned Lizzie to go to another school and even moved out. Between this and the lie she told about Hope spreading rumors about Lizzie's mental health, she's done a lot of damage to Lizzie's mental state. To my knowledge, she's never apologized for any of this, and then she claims to be her sister's protector.
Yeah, she didn't apologize for killing Lizzie. She hasn't.
Yeah, she never apologized for anything.
She didn't apologize for the lies. She didn't apologize. She said that she lost her sister Spiral, and then said to Hope, well, it's her fault because she didn't take her medication.
And then she also used that line in season 2 where she said, "My sister
and
is the queen of self-harm."
I also saw somebody comment on my live stream and said that she basically poked fun at MG's ADHD as well.
Oh, yeah.
Insane. To her own best friend?
Yep. I mean, doing it to her twin sister, so, and then says that she's the selfless one.
Insane. But yeah, she never apologized. She just said that everybody should be mad at her in 301. And I'm like, so why aren't you letting Lizzie be mad at you too?
And then
when she said you're making everything worse like you used to.
I was like, well, didn't you just make a whole enemies out of? Continue, please.
Yeah. The stupid squad isn't even super. It's just a bunch of traitors, crybabies, and people trying to run around to play hero. Lizzie and Finch not included.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I feel like Battery is not included. Lizzie and Finch not included. True. I feel like we can just go through a lot of this and be like, true.
Yeah.
Landon and Hope can heal and grow together after they reunite in season 4. Again, true.
As they should, exactly.
Yes, they should. True.
They understand each other so much. And I mean, they're gonna be there for each other and give space at the same time. I mean, why people have this idea that you can heal? I mean, having support is like a big part of healing. So
yeah.
I don't know.
That's the person who know the best. Like, I mean, like, you know the best of it because.
Yes.
Honestly, like, you always gonna need some support. I mean, you're gonna heal for yourself. You're gonna go through the process for yourself. Never go for anyone because so you're not doing this in the right way. You're not doing this to be better. But like, it doesn't mean you have to go alone. You have a support systems. It's just gonna help you to get where you have to get. So never trust someone who say that you have to do this alone. No, you have to do this for yourself. But having a support systems is just gonna help, not gonna make it anything worse.
Yeah.
It's about the reasoning. Yeah.
Hope is one of my faves, but there is this one time that I got mad at her because she kept choosing others over Landon and wished that there would be a time where she finally put him first.
Period. I mean, I love Hope, but sometimes.
Yeah. She kind of did in 305 and 308. But
I mean,
then after that.
Yeah. I mean, Landon is what? Hope's happiness. So she choosing him would be her choosing herself, and I think she would think that is selfish. So yeah.
Which is not.
Yeah.
It's not selfish to choose herself and to choose him. She doesn't always have to choose everyone. Like,
somebody free my sisters, free her for the trenches.
Yeah.
That is
to choose herself. To choose Landon, she have to choose herself, and she's not at that point yet, but she'll get there.
Yeah, she's getting there, and I can't wait for the results.
Yeah.
My favorite hand and kiss or scene is from 101. How Hope makes the ceiling a starry sky because Landon hates small spaces. How they look in the blue light, the music, how Landon's a nice person, her smile. How sad Hope looks and sounds when Landon asks if he will remember any of their night together, and how she says no, and how he is a shy person but makes the bold move to kiss her when he realizes he won't remember any of it, but knowing that she will.
That was a
Oh wow. Yeah.
I agree. I think that's one of the most precious kisses there were.
It is.
I mean, there's a lot of precious kisses. I think that one is selfish because like that he's been crushing on her for so long, and even though he started talking to her like face to face within like a couple minutes, he started to see her and was not giving up on her. To then try to like for her to, even though she doesn't know him, or she does know him, but like she doesn't really know him like that, and he's going to get his memories wiped. She still wanted to make his stay peaceful before he goes the next day, and that shows how she is as a person. But also the fact that even he can see, and he's like, you're an amazing person, Mikaelson. Like, and then the scene and like how she smiles, it was a good way to introduce like newcomers into Handon. But that scene was precious because they were so small, and he was really like hung up on her and still is. It was chef kiss. So
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the fact that he kissed her knowing he wouldn't remember it, but thinking about how she would remember it.
Yeah.
Like,
that was the main thing that got me, was that like he's technically going to forget kissing her, but I think the main thing he wanted to accomplish is that she'll know that he always has feelings for her. So yeah,
that was just
that's how I always saw it, and I was like, oh god, that's
The fact that 2 years later, both of them still have feelings for each other, just wild.
Exactly.
2 whole years.
and they just forget about each other, and like they're so fucking cute. Like that dance really stuck in their heads. Just the automatic like Landon, Hope. That's 2 fucking years.
It's just wild.
No, she goes, Landon? And he's like taking his earphones out. It's like, oh, it's so cute.
No, because the music going slow while she looks at him, see Landon.
Exactly, like the music playing.
Yes.
It was like them talking was more over the song, which made depth into it. Like it wasn't overdone. It was perfectly executed.
Immaculate.
I need them back now.
Yeah. We're struggling, honestly.
Honestly, I'm going to type a chapter tonight because I can't, because I gotta watch One Tree Hill. You got any candle, bestie?
Yeah.
One, but I am lighting one. Look at this. It's called Christmas Cheer because I bought some.
Me and If are candle enthusiasts. I'm lighting up a.
No, I'm gonna bring you a candle when we meet.
No, we should exchange candles. Don't bring a nice candle.
Yeah,
I love candle. I love candle enthusiastic.
Are phenomenal because it gets me in a writing mood or reading mood. Anyways, we're distracted. Yeah.
When I rewatch Legacies on Netflix, I fast forward through any scene where it's just MG and one other person. 4 seasons thirsting after Lizzie is just too much for me.
I mean,
we're saying because I'm a Missy shipper, so
personally for me, I didn't have a problem with like the first few seasons. I just feel like once season 3 started, I just did not care about Missy as a ship because like I just feel like they ruined the development of it, of them having
making him go with Alyssa. No.
I mean at Alyssa. And then I'm having Liz trying to go to Lizzie again. I'm just like, I just don't care. And I also kind of liked him and Nia. What was that, like the Medusa character kind of with the snakes? I liked her and MG more than him and Lizzie. And I just felt like, and after a time, I just got tired. And I know we don't get tired of like slow burn because I've dealt with Dexter, but I just, yeah. So
we about to be getting that slow burn with Ty and Annie too. I'm gonna shut up. Oh, let me just. You don't understand much. It's fine.
I was about to say who fuck that, but yeah. I just did like their slow burn wasn't. It didn't get me excited. Like it wasn't no push and pull like Dexter was, or like how Hyde and Jackie was. Like I just didn't get like any type of like, oh my god, they're so close but so far. Like no, it wasn't
a slow burn.
I mean, Lizzie wasn't always into MG.
No, she wasn't always.
Yeah. And I think they lost their time on it, the timing.
Yeah, it was like right person, wrong time. If y'all wanted to do that, or
well, yeah, there's a slow burn in One Tree Hill, kind of.
Which one?
Vit. Speaking of One Tree Hill, you spoiled me.
Yeah, you spoiled Vit. Yes, the thing you posted or you retweeted on Twitter about who and Brooke.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
It was the first thing I saw. I was like, close my eyes. I was like, no. And I was.
You're gonna go insane.
You are. You literally are. That's who I'm thinking about.
That might be my shit. That might be my shit.
I mean, it's
though.
because everything Brooke says now, she suffers a lot. So
And
just
she
hold
manifested.
hold on tight.
We love a manifestation queen. Okay, let's
Exactly.
continue on. How don't get distracted, guys? This is how we process. Just bear with us.
This podcast is just us talking normally. So
Yeah, this is heavy.
imagine.
Like it's like out with us. Drink some tea. Join us. Got some water.
Yep.
Period. Join us.
Or candles.
Candles burning.
Candles.
Feeling magically delicious. Oh yeah.
And those quoting me on Twitter. Yes, I have a Landon candle. So
As
Right.
you
Like
should.
the only thing we did was say that. What are we manifesting? Fuck off.
No, you have to be with this
I have a
candle
top
when you meet Danielle.
oh,
I need
that
it.
ass.
You-
Just
Why wasn't a quote we cheeks? I said we're meeting Danielle for a third time. Like it's true.
I'm
And
gonna
we're also
zombie,
meeting
like,
Danielle in March.
Danielle, look what I have.
Hey,
Danielle,
hey, hey,
I
hey.
cannot wait to see you
You
in
want to
this.
know how we're able to do that? You want to know how we're able to do that? Because we have jobs.
Yeah. Period.
And I just recently got
Don't be mad
promoted.
at
So.
us. Don't be mad at us for saving our monies and also being ready to throw it at Danielle. Danielle and Aria, we love y'all endlessly.
Yeah.
With those bands.
Okay.
They need to make us dance. We'll dance. Some bands. Okay. Confessions. We're getting distracted again. Part 52. Okay.
I get mixed signals from the writers in the same breath. I feel like they like Landon, but on the other hand, with how they avoid and sideline his development almost always, and even more this season, do things with Caleb's powers in just a few episodes that they should have done with Landon in the past 3 seasons. It tells the opposite. In short, I'm not sure what to think.
Felt. Like, are you a fan or a hater?
How did Caleb and Ethan get a whole ass like 2 to 3 episodes of learning their powers? Landon got a behind the scenes of no one because we didn't see it in 214. And the thing is that a lot of these shows, a lot of these episodes have different writers, so that's why it's inconsistent. That's why there's inconsistent character actions. That's why there's inconsistent. How did they not forget what they did? Moves, because a lot of these people don't understand some characters and they write about them. That's why some of these characters are not doing trauma well, not understanding trauma as well. And don't you dare. And that's why I don't understand how, I just don't understand how Landon is probably the least explored when it comes to his own fucking powers. He's supposed to be this phoenix, and we're like, ooh, and she's the one, and like he's the one of his kind, like kind of Hope is, and we never touched it for 4 seasons. Ethan, who was literally a human bopper, is just sitting. He get a whole episode of learning how to fucking go invisible.
He gets powers, first of all.
Yeah. First of all, how did Caleb and him keep their powers when every other human lost it? And Ethan's human. So hello, where's the connect? Just say you want them on in the show in the school.
And making more one of a kind. Like, I'm sorry, just leave that to Hope and Landon. Like,
and then that also brings a blank of what invisible monster did we have in Malivore?
Chameleon.
Right, might be a damn animal at this point.
Oh, wait. Anyways, Handon is Endgame.
Yes.
Period.
Period. No exceptions.
No, just okay. I'm gonna miss Josie's interactions with Lizzie. It was an important part of the show, and Josie was important too. I was shocked when I knew Josie wasn't going to be in the show anymore, but there's a part of me that's relieved because of all the toxicity her character brings.
True. I mean, why lie?
Let's continue.
Yep. I love Landon Kirby.
Yep.
Time.
Period.
I feel like Legacy's biggest problem is having characters live up to their hype. For example, Dark Josie, Malaland, and Kai, the Necromancer, they're all teased like this big threat, but the only one who was actually threatening was Malivore, and he lost all his power the second Hope became a tribrid, even though he's shown to have pretty strong powers. I don't know if you get what I mean, but they're doing no humanity tribrid Hope justice, at least.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
They put the hype up and then low power them.
Yeah.
Because Malivore was as seen at this big threat for 2 to 3 seasons, and he literally became a damsel in distress as soon as he became a Fort Tribrid. He didn't even pull up a fight. Like, at least have a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on.
He just ran.
if you were gonna do Dark Josie, you could have still had Hope and Dark Josie still fight a lot longer. I don't even know how. 216. It wasn't given for me. And then you got Kai, who is literally crazy, and he got buffooned by the necromancer. You could have had like a whole ass fight scene with Hope and Kai.
Yeah.
And it's at 8. You let necromancer be this scary person who literally brought Hope into like this like scariest mode in season 1. And he's letting 16-year-olds plan his own schemes and having a petty ass battle with a mud bitch. There's no way that you're building these people up as threats, and then when they get to the opportunity, you make them seem like wusses.
Yeah.
There's no way. Either you're going big or you're going home, and most of the time, these people are going the fuck home. Just like how they brought Rebecca back, and then they let Rebecca get her neck snapped by some random ass man, which is why a lot of the Vampire Diaries universe and original fans were mad. And I understand that. Do not dumb these people down at all. Because if Hope fight one of these people next time, she better kill him. Like, seriously. Don't call her the ruthless. Don't say she's human. Like, come on. I'm tired of it. And I understand them completely. Because I'm like, how did Necromancer go from this scary person that had Hope thinking that she's going to see her dad to having a random homegirl, Alyssa, tell him the whole ass plan?
But even like the Necromancer was so good in episodes like 7 of season 1. And then he was just like fucking cheap.
And then he ended up owning a freaking ice cream shop.
Ice cream shop and singing. Continue.
Yeah. Josie should never come back.
Continue.
Okay. I'm secretly
professions.
I'm secretly madly in love with Naj and Vit, but I'm married to Robyn. Okay.
Hello.
Who the fuck am I?
I'd like to talk to this person because I want to know something. Are we happy? I mean, if you're in love with my besties, and why? For a second, also, why is not there?
It's fine.
Like,
Well, they already the problem of it.
but are we happy?
Yeah, why aren't I there?
I want to know. Are we happy?
What made me fall? What qualities do I have? Because.
But I mean, was
y'all married and they're in love. They're mad. They're in love with.
He's in love with us.
Wow.
Yeah,
It
says I'm secretly madly in love with Vit and Naj, but I'm married to Robyn.
Who said that?
Ask Robyn and Pia. I have been struggling. It's ugly for me.
Yeah, it's bad out here in these woods.
I mean,
hit us up on the Super Squad Con. Who knows?
Oh my God! Can I meet my Landon?
You. Oh my God! You better be legal. I'm not talking with underage people. I swear to God.
Listen now. If it's an Embrew that said this,
because I want to know. I so badly want to.
I want to know who this is.
Like you know.
Me too.
This haunted me for 2 weeks.
What do you look like? Let's just talk.
Right. Are you of age? Because you can't be married, and we're all fetuses. We're not fetuses, but you're a fetus, and we're fetuses. Not the fire threat, but yes. We need to see who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, I already have a wife. It's fine.
You can even tell us on DMs. We're not gonna tell anyone. We're just curious people.
I mean, yeah, we established earlier today, though, but thank you. Next confession?
I'm very flatterer. Thank you. Yeah.
Real damn bad weather for all of us.
And, if you feel comfortable telling us who you are, just let me know. Or if you're going to go to Super Squad Con, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It would have been perfect to see Landon's storyline while also watching the Gollum storyline in season 3.
Yep.
Yeah.
That perfectly works fine. Like, damn, cause we like, oh my God, like, how would they find out? Like, when was going to happen? Like, that could have really built up some suspense. Because it was like, as Landon starts to progress to get back, we start to see how the Golden Lantern is starting to act fake. Like he's starting to like lose what I guess the Landon is that we know it is. Like that would have worked perfectly fine. Because then we will know what Landon abilities he has. Like and everything he went through to where in 313 when he talked about the stuff that he's experienced, we're like, oh, we saw.
Did I have to see a lot of humans having sex with Dana's mom? No.
Oh, gross.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to. You could have given me a scene of Landon on the prison wall, but no.
I can't watch that scene. I cannot, just the fact that scene made it through the writer's room into the script and then acted out with, no.
No words. I'm sorry, I literally killed the mood talking about Lorix having sex.
I mean, let's continue. Josie is overrated. I'm telling you, there's these confessions. Okay. I know she left the show, but if she guest stars, I want someone to put Josie in her place. I would prefer it to be Lizzie because of all the things Josie has done to her, but I wouldn't mind if it was Landon. After all, she treated Landon terribly when they were together, trapped him in a prison world, and then put her magic away, didn't help bring him back after he died, and then got mad at Hope for wanting her to help, for wanting her help to save him from the prison world. Not to mention everything she's done to Hope for all these years and faced no consequences for them.
I mean, speak your truth. Speak your truth.
Speak your truth.
Okay. I don't think that we really need to comment about a lot of those because.
Yeah.
I
Honestly.
mean, I hope they're all happy with telling the truth.
Yeah. Maybe they'll find people that feel the same way because some of the stuff we do feel the same way about. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like the parallels between 512 of the originals and 303 of Legacies. In 512, Hope was still feeling remorse for killing the priest and feels responsible for her mom's death, so she wants her family to give up on saving her from the Hollow. In 303, she feels responsible for killing the student, so she wants to die to become the Tribrid to prevent more people from dying.
403.
In 403, yeah. In 512, she dies temporarily at the old mill, and nobody is there except for her dad. In 403, she dies and nobody is there except for Freya. In 512, the twins don't care about Hope and just want rewards for helping to save her life. In 403, they're selflessly there helping her throughout the episode. I don't agree with that. In 512, at the old mill, Hope decides that she doesn't want to die and wants to fight to stay alive, and Klaus is able to find a loophole to save her. In 403, she decides to die, has accepted her fate, and Alaric isn't able to find a loophole to save her. In 512, the old mill is where Hope realizes she doesn't want to die. In 403, the old mill is where everyone is having dinner after Hope has accepted her fate and chooses to die.
Oh, that's cute. Oh my God. So many parallels.
5?
So many parallels.
That's 5, I think.
I mean,
wow.
I mean, I love that. I love that.
Wow.
It's so true though.
Yeah.
Whoever said that, you are amazing.
A mind of a mastermind, honestly.
You're amazing for that.
Honestly.
Genuinely, you're amazing for that. Because, I rewatched the originals a couple months back, but I started season 3 because I was kind of getting the tension was killing me, and I also wanted to rewatch Legacies. But I mostly watched 512 for Handon. I mean, I rewatched the end of season 5 for Handon. But yeah, dang, you love to see it.
Yep. I don't know why the Super Squad, except for Cleos and she's new, is so stupid and careless about Hope or Landon. They never complain when Hope is trying to save other people that she doesn't know or have met, but they call her obsessive when she wants to save someone that she loves. What's wrong with them? They are hypocritical because they do the same when it comes to someone they care about, even worse.
Yep. Yeah. I feel like when it comes to the characters themselves, there's going to always be moments where I'm
what is what?
That they think they can talk. So many of these characters done some hypocritical and hypocritical shit that is swept under the rug. But with Hope, she's more scrutinized, and I hate that specifically. Like this whole season was a Hope. You're other time you're so consuming with Landon. I'm just like, no, Cleo. So many people you can really just sit there and be like, really go sit here and talk. And I hate that Hope is the only one that's getting dissected so much. And I know why. But it's so annoying because other characters can do the same shit and it's literally just like, oh well, it's their development, or oh well, they're doing it for their boo. And I'm just like, now if I speak.
You know what I like is that more people are noticing this though. Like it's not just like us being mad. Like this has nothing to do with like Handon's relationship. It's just how they're being treated in general.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like at first he like I guess it was there, but it wasn't really talked about a lot until you really saw like when it came to really how much they don't care about Hope and Landon as like individuals and also together. You know, you're starting to slowly see it. I feel like as soon as we got to like the end of season 3 to like the beginning of season 4, definitely we started to just like when we did our rewatch, we were like, yo, how the fuck did we not notice this before? Or if we did, we really didn't put the pieces together until now. So
yeah,
it's
okay. Here's a flip side one. Landon deserves to have relationships other than Hope. It's like he only exists for Hope now. He needs a better storyline of his own. The writers connected him too much to Malivore and Hope, and now that both are gone from his storyline, there's nothing left. Arya deserves better. Let's hope that changes this season.
no. I don't agree with him dating another person. I like if he's gonna have a storyline, obviously he's gonna have if he have a storyline opposed to like just being with Landon, Hope, which is what he will be, then yes, I support it. I definitely want his powers to be his storyline this season while he's still with Hope. But saying that that's his main priority is Hope and Malivore when that's the reason is because he's Malivore's son and Hope dating Landon and Hope is supposed to destroy Malivore. That's the main concept. That would be dumb if Landon isn't the main concern between them two when he's the son.
Yeah.
And plus, he was basically introduced in the original. You think they were just going to bring him back for nothing?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, and now with the whole taking care
yeah,
of.
like, exactly. I just hate that, like, they're sitting here saying that, like, oh, if he dates somebody else, dating somebody else will do what to his plot, though? Because he dated Josie and nothing happened plot-wise. Like, the plot continued, but he didn't have no development in his storyline at all.
He was out of character when he was dating Josie.
Yeah, like, so what character can he date for him to have a progressive storyline? He can have a progressive storyline without having to date anyone.
I mean,
like, saying date somebody else when he has?
I don't know if they mean specifically a relationship or just like friendships in general. But like he is supposed to have friendships. Like he's supposed to have like Wade and that.
There's nobody that deserves to be his friend.
No one cares about him.
Yeah.
Except for Hope.
Anyways, next one.
I'm a Handon and a Hope fan, but I still love Caleb and MG.
Okay. Next one.
And you're allowed to.
Yeah.
I want Landon to come back from limbo. Devastatingly, however, Alaric will probably come back first. Don't even put that into the universe. What?
Anywho.
If he do come back, I'm blaming you. Whoever said it, I'm blaming you.
You started.
Watch under your bed. Because if he comes out that, watch yourself.
Run away.
Don't even come back.
Legacies would have been so much better without the twins.
No.
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 I don't agree.
No, I'm not going to be that heartless now.
I love Lizzie so much. I would be so sad if she didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I was such a huge Hizzy fan to where I almost loved them over Handon, but the Hozzies made me hate it so much. I don't even think it was possible for them to make me hate it, but I do.
I mean, I'm sure you're not alone.
Story. I know quite a few people who used to like the ship and then don't now because of the stance.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. There are some really nice Hozzies too. Okay, this is we're not saying this in general to every single person who ships Hozzy. There are some really nice Hozzies. We know some really nice Hozzies. we're multi-shippers or whatever. We're not speaking, like, when we say, you know, that we've heard that before, it's not from you guys. So, you know, it's the ones who, you know, send death threats and are constantly attacking people and always, like, you know, telling people to get a job or whatever, you know, things like that. You know, the ones that go out of their way to just be assholes.
Who make it their life's mission to make people pissed
And
off.
for what? What is it? What are you accomplishing from that? Honestly, makes no sense. Anyways, to the non-toxic ones, thank you for being here and listening, and we like you. I want Professor Vardamus, the real one, to return to the school and become the new headmaster. On what little we've seen and heard of him, he looks like he would be great at it. Caroline even personally chose him to replace Alaric in season 2. Well,
yeah, I love the actor. He does an amazing job on Angel and Buffy. So, love to see that.
I was so excited when I knew that he was going to be in the show because I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and like seeing it, like going back and like seeing it, it's just so cool.
You know what's funny is his name is Rupert in Legacies, and whose name was Rupert in Buffy?
Giles.
Yeah.
The fact he's married with the girl who makes Willow.
Yeah, Willow.
Yeah, he's married to Allison Hannigan.
Yeah.
And they actually met on Buffy.
Buffy.
Yeah. So that's fun. I love Landon, but why do I feel like he's not fighting that much and finding his way back to Hope? He wants to go back, but he's doing it with noticeable amount of hesitation.
No, I think he's just selfless. He wants to help Ted.
Also,
if he wasn't dedicated to go home, he wouldn't have got that many coins that fast.
Yeah.
Like, he got them coins fast as shit to get to her.
But I think he's not even sure how either. Like, he, you know.
I think he was just accepting the fact that he's going to be gone to the point that he just, like, you know. But once again, he don't want to leave them there. That's what he would like. He's going to try to figure a way to help them, even though they don't deserve it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody save my son from this trauma.
Just get him out of limbo already.
Please.
Like, let him come back. I forgot the name, but whoever wrote 317 or 401 seems like they had amnesia or something when they wrote it. There's so many lines that don't make sense and never happened in previous episodes or seasons, but they made it seem that way. It's not a bad episode, just some lines don't make sense. I wonder if they pay attention to every episode, even when they're not the one who wrote it.
What episode they say?
401.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's different writers, and I feel like some of them don't know things how they forgot Hope's depression. Like, I feel like some of them don't remember everything. I feel like they should just make a damn bulletin and have everything that is remembered, like, there. Because some of the stuff that people say doesn't make sense or out of character, and yes, and sometimes it's definitely.
Some of it's very clearly, like, Twitter fan service.
Yeah. Or at least, like, act like they know, like, yeah, it's kind of a weird thing. I just, it's so weird to me.
Yeah. I love you guys so much. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
But we love you too. Whenever I do a rewatch of season 2, I have to skip the Jandon scenes. I just can't. I couldn't stand Josie in season 1 or season 2.
Period.
I never looked at those. Like, I was not going to sit here and look at them.
I never will watch it, any episodes with Jandon, because I can.
If I do rewatch any of the episodes, I fast forward or skip all of the Jandon scenes. Much as I love Landon, I just can't. I can't do it.
I cannot.
I did not hate Handon, so I can't really.
Handon is my all-time favorite ship. I miss him so much. Facts.
Yep.
That goes along with the chemistry between Hope and Landon is amazing. Again, facts.
Yep.
I mean, there's not much more to say.
Daniel and Arya. Anyways.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense to say that the Super Squad are Hope's friends and family when they've never even asked her if she's okay and not even been there for her when she's needed them. They can't even figure out why she turned off her humanity when she's already given them so many clues. Also, I'm disappointed in the way they wrote Lizzie's character. She's supposed to be Hope's best friend, and yet she's acting like the rest of the Super Squad. I mean, like, Lizzie was dealing with her father, like, the father issues before, so she's not really part of any of that.
Yes, that's not her main concern. Like, I feel like Lizzie has her own situation to the point that I didn't expect any of that to be her concern.
Yeah. I mean, season 3, there are instances where it's like, okay, yeah, like her comparing, you know, Hope losing Landon to Sebastian, or like her being obsessed with that smoothie machine or whatever, and wanting to like fund the school. But on the flip side, if you think about that, like Lizzie is basically like feeling like she's kind of like losing everything. You know, like her sister left, and then the school was going to be taken away, and then, you know, her best friend, well, or she just found out whatever, like this lie happened, and then her friend is grieving. She doesn't know how to help her, and so it's like the whole world is being like, it's like the rug's being pulled out from under her feet, and so Lizzie's just acting in the way that she's familiar with. But she's not being like the way that she was before. She's just hyper focusing on things that don't matter because she can't deal with things that actually do matter because it's too much for her. That's what I think. The rest of the Super Squad, I have no excuses for them.
Yeah, no excuse for them. At all. None.
Nope. Landon and Hope are the only ones that have had to make huge sacrifices in the show. I wish other people did too.
Two.
Yes.
For the most
I think
part.
Lizzie has 2,
Yeah.
especially with her sister.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, like, Lizzie basically gave up her life last episode.
Really.
Yep.
You know, she didn't have to. She didn't have to go after Hope. But, like, she did. Yeah, she wanted to do it out of revenge. But I don't know.
At the end of it, she couldn't hurt Hope. So
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's an unpopular opinion, but I don't think Alark deserved to be sent in a coma by Hope. He does deserve to be blamed for comparing her to her father until she developed resentment towards him. And he did mess up, but Hope crossed the line, in my opinion. Alark was her father figure and helped her out a lot, even at the expense of his own daughters.
Yep.
I mean, it was good to see him getting some beating. I mean, she did what she had to do. She had to send a message, and he was the person.
I like the parallel of 305 when she's like, "Can I kick your ass now?" And then she did. She kept her promise. But like, it's sickening to think about how he didn't even want her in the school, and then basically only accepted her in the school so she could be a supernatural wall between bad things and his daughters.
Yep.
And then he basically was like, "Oh, you're better than that, just get over it," rather than dealing with shit. I don't know. MG used to be one of my favorite characters, but he's become such a hypocrite since season 3. It was okay for him to lie about the Ascendant and leave immortal Landon stuck in a monster-filled prison world because he thought he was protecting the school, but Ethan keeping the Red Oak stake Lizzie made a secret for the exact same reason was somehow a heinous crime. At least Ethan owned up to his lie and felt guilty about it, as opposed to MG, who got caught red-handed and ran off to Mystic High afterwards.
Period.
Facts. MG was such a fucking hypocrite.
Ethan is such a better man than MG. I'm sorry.
I'm
just gonna stay here.
Hey, sir, I have no choice but to agree.
These confessions are just, these are good confessions.
Y'all
Yeah, these are good.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
I don't hate the Super Squad. I still love MG, Caleb, Lizzie, Jed, and Wade. Cool.
And your feelings are valid, yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Season ranking. Season 4, 3, 1, and then 2. But Handon season ranking is 3, 1, 2, and then 4. Or 2 equals 4. So they kind of cancel each other out. I mean, season 3 was a good Handon season. It was.
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
season 1 definitely was, yes. So I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Ranking. Season 4 isn't done yet, though, but season 4 is really good.
I love season 4 because I love season 4 because Danielle is just doing freaking amazing, and I love No Humanity Hope.
Yes.
And Tribrid Hope.
Yes.
But season 3 is just up there. It was so good. I don't know. I love season 3 so much.
Season 3 Hope was very like vulnerable Hope.
I love vulnerable Hope. I really do.
Yeah. I agree. And if you think about it, the first 4 episodes of season 4 are season 3 episodes. So like all that vulnerability in those episodes too are all still season 3. We got Malivore as the big bad villain for 3 seasons. Somehow he is easily killed by Hope. We should have at least seen an equal battle between them, but seems like the writers rushed things and just wanted to pass the Malivore storyline. It ended in a disappointing way because it could have been so much more. And Landon's supposed to be Malivore's loophole, but I don't know why the writers didn't give his character any justice. He's one of the mains and a rare creature, and it's such a waste because they haven't explored more about him and for what loophole he is, if not for Malivore. And now we're in season 4 with nothing but a lot of questions.
Speak, you're true. I mean, true about the Landon stuff. And I mean, they always say that Hope's blood would be the thing that would defeat Malivore, so I don't know how he could fight against it.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat Hope on the emotional side because he actually got inside her head.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he would have been a bigger threat if he had Landon full powers.
Yeah.
But since we don't know what Landon's abilities are, obviously people like he's human, so he's going to get eaten up alive. So it's just sucks that he's supposed to be this big villain, and we always thought that if he acted I remember watching our old podcast episodes, and we thought that if Malivore possesses Landon, he will either activate his full Phoenix powers, or Landon's already a full Phoenix. Like we had so much expectations, and it fell flat completely. And the fight between him and Hope was laughable because what the fuck can Malivore do?
He ran.
So this build up for this big villain, for him to die, like him to get beat up in 2 minutes, it was wasted 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if his powers was to just keep like bringing up monsters, they could have done that. Let him have his main thing be him summoning monsters that he digested. That would have hit better than him just running away into some damn train. Like I just cannot. Once again, like half-assed. Like I said, like they'll build this villain up, and then the execution of the ending is just not there. And we got so distracted because obviously Handon reunion, but like,
mind you, if you think about when the thing that they were inspired by for that, Akathla wasn't a huge threat either, and they had built him up to be this huge fucking, powerful thing too. Mind you, they only did it over the course of a few episodes and not seasons, but isn't it funny that Akathla is a hell dimension and Malivore is too? And those who don't know Buffy, that's the thing in Buffy that Angel was trying to bring to Sunnydale and Buffy had to stop. Anyways.
Angelus was a menace.
And jealous?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a menace.
And jealous was
Angelus is a savage. Like if Malivore acted like him a little bit and really wanted to like Hope's head and like talk about things like that he remembers from Landon because he does, it would have really hit home. So she kind of like.
But could you imagine Handon, while Landon was being possessed by his dad, having an episode like "I Only Have Eyes for You"? Could you imagine that?
No, I can't not because I'm gonna die.
Don't do this.
But I killed you.
It was an accident. It wasn't your fault.
It is my fault. How can I?
I'm the one who should be sorry, James. You thought I stopped loving you, but I never did. I loved you with my last breath. Shh. No more tears.
I can't do two ships like that. No. But yeah.
Yeah.
Angela was savage.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. Okay. Legacies is definitely told how many episodes that they need to have, and then they decide to throw in random shit because there's no way episodes like 205, 216, 307, 314, and 407 were part of the plan. No offense to the writers, though.
Yeah, I feel like with CW, they need to stop giving more episodes to shows. And it's a pattern with a lot of shows that now when they don't want to rush storylines, do fillers, which are most of the time musical episodes or newer black and white episodes. It's always, and you know what it's Legacies, they fell into that same curse. Riverdale got more episodes and started to do whatever the fuck they wanted. Dynasty got some new episodes, started doing those newer and musical episodes. And what does Legacy do? Newer episodes that did nothing for the plot, to be honest, and also sometimes musicals.
If you think about season 1 Legacies, 109, 110, and 112 were all filler episodes.
Literally. Like, I feel like some shows, regardless, are going to have filler episodes like Buffy. Some of them episodes, some filler episodes can be necessary, especially if the episode before was intense. But when you get more episodes than 16, you start to notice what is fillers and what is not needed. And I feel like with season 4, episode 6 and 7 could have just been erased and you couldn't tell the difference. Like, it had the squad fight against a Hope, but they never fought her because she's not even there. They told me that they was waiting. They just turned at school waiting for her to come up like they're that important. That's the thing. They keep thinking that they're important out of everybody in the damn world. You're not the only one that she cares about. Once again,
that wasn't even Hope either. It was Cleo's version of Hope.
Literally.
Yeah. Hope's last words to Alaric before she became a full tribe in 404 was, "I'll see you on the other side. It just makes me sad that this will be untrue if he actually dies and the guilt Hope will face because of that."
I don't care about
Alaric. Alaric can go on the other side. I don't care.
I mean,
I don't care about lyrics.
see you on the other side, and Limbo is considered the other side. So is that a foreshadow?
Here she goes.
I'm just wondering, like, is that foreshadow? We know they like to foreshadow, and what was the whole point? I mean, because if you think about it, she said that to Landon when they were going through the portal from the prison world to the real world, and see you on the other side in the real world. What would be the other side? Limbo. I mean,
A lot to think about.
yeah. The way nobody talks about Caleb doing the exact same shit Hope did in 308 for a girl he's known for only like 2 weeks. It's literally crickets with this man. I know who's that one.
My question.
Yeah, I know who said that.
Anyways.
Wait.
That was not his confession.
Anyways. Fuck that man. I don't care. I would never take my foot off that man's neck. Anyways.
We could say confessions. We could have said confessions because I have a confession.
I said one in.
If you have a confession, go ahead, say it. Or do you want to wait till the end?
Oh wait.
Okay. Oh, this one's gonna be a quick one. Hizzy sucks and Josie doesn't deserve hope.
Yo, wait a second. My fucking candle just moved like 3 inches across my desk. I am doing this ghost shit right now. I'm not doing this ghost shit. Oh.
Material girl.
I'm so fucking confused. It's my landing candle too. With the bitch coming alive. I fucking kid you not. I kid you not. That bitch moved like 3 inches.
Material candle. Continue though.
I only enjoy Hope and Landon on the show. I have
I
confessed by so many people, so I think I can easily figure out who said that one. Ooh.
Right.
The next one is MG is a worse character than Alaric. Thoughts?
No.
Nah, that was a stretch, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you had your heart in the right place.
Yeah, you know, you know. I mean, it's valid though. Like, honestly, you've been a lyric, Caleb. Anybody else at this point?
Did it move again? Or
I don't fucking know. I'm moving it so it doesn't move again.
Okay. I wonder why the writers are trying so hard to make Super Squad as Hope's family. If they really want to make it that way, shouldn't they have wrote it in a good way?
Or did it better in season 3? Hello?
Yeah, and I really want to see
It's
it
too
in
late.
Legacies like they do in TVD, but that hasn't happened yet.
If y'all gonna take concepts from Buffy, how about y'all take the scoops Bestie outlaid and maybe you success.
Yeah, because they've always been there for Buffy.
Always. Even if they had problems, they always came out. They always came out. And they always came through.
Like
and they're humans!
They understood. Okay, when Willow, after Angel broke up with her, and then when she was crying to Willow in her room, that was like what we needed between Lizzie and Hope.
It must be horrible. I think horrible is still coming. Right now it's worse. Right now I'm just trying to keep from dying. I can't breathe well. I feel like I can't breathe.
Literally. Instead, we got Hope out here. We come in and, you want to join a school? Recruiter.
Punching bags. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Josie manipulating her to go get.
Or when Hope was going against Malivore, they could have done spells while she's there. They could have done better spells. Anything.
Yeah.
Well, Hope is fighting Malivore and trying to get Landon back. They could be doing a spell and keep trying to get Landon out of it. Trying to find a body to put Landon in. Anything. They just got Cleo and said, let's go have a fucking fiestable. Don't care. I don't care.
Okay, this is Josie is the worst TVD-verse character to ever exist, and her only character traits were lying, being an ableist, manipulating people, and pretending to be the victim. I don't know how anyone could possibly miss her. I miss Kaylee, though.
Damn, who said that?
I have no idea. This is all anonymous. I have no
clue. The worst character in TVDU? Nah, there's probably some other ones that I just cannot stand, so.
I don't even like Josie, but I disagree on that 100%.
There's way worse characters.
I mean, there was Tyler. And
oh, fucking Tyler. Oh my god, that bitch.
Fucking Matt? No.
Yeah, Matt just trying to live. Stop.
There was nothing, I didn't really have an issue with Matt, but Tyler was just a fucking, the shit that he did to Caroline and what he did to Haley was just not.
I could not stand Tyler. No.
This sounds like, this is my free characters I can't stand from the originals, but I'll hold my peace.
This Super Squad thinking that Hope went back to the school to kill them with their weapons speaks volumes of how they see her.
Yep. That's
True.
it. Thank you. Next.
I agree. Yep, exactly. Other than Landon and Hope reuniting and helping turn her humanity back on, the main reason I want Landon back is because I want him to put every single member of the Super Squad in their place.
Agree.
We've only seen him snap at a few times during the musical episode, but I really want him to go off, especially on MG, Caleb, and Josie if she guest stars.
I would
I
never
guess we
want to
can
get
say
that
my
back.
confession now.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, that was the confession that you wanted?
No, it's with saying that Kaylee's leaving.
Yeah.
Courtney should be up to series regular. She should be the next person that she should be the person that replaces Josie.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It should be series regular. I agree. 100%. Okay. I'm scared Handon won't be endgame. They have both been through a lot to be endgame, but what if they break up for good one day? Try not to think like that, though. Then don't.
and don't say that.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't
if you're
need to put that-
nah, stop being nice. At this point, if you believe that, then you should just not tune into shows, because Handon's been established to the point of being in game, and there's no one really here to break either one of them or either catch interest. And if you think that, keep it in your own domain, because this is full Handon throughout over here. So go Handon or go home, and I won't be going home.
Me either. Lizzie has a right to be mad at Hope despite everything. Alaric is still her dad. I agree. She has every right to be mad.
Yeah, same.
Which is why I don't understand how the twins were even split on her dad being dead. But I mean, that's why she was teaming up with Kai, and Kai married her mom. Yeah.
I mean, like, that is how she should have acted.
Yeah.
That's her dad.
That was literally a violent reaction.
Yeah.
Like, she don't know the full story. She don't know what really went down between Hope and Alert. She just know that Alert's her dad. So that was a rational reaction. I don't understand why people was saying that. Okay, that's that making laughing at the fact that she's defending her dad. Like,
that's her dad.
her dad.
A lot of people, people in that world didn't like Klaus, and yet Hope was still defending her dad and mourning her dad.
Exactly.
Like, so
that's weird.
Doesn't matter how we feel about him. That's still her dad.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
that's weird.
You guys are definitely saving our long-awaited break back from Legacies.
We try
our best.
We try.
We're putting the Legacies fandom on our backs. So yeah, of course. But thank you guys for supporting us, truly.
Honestly. I feel like most of us dislike Josie because of Twitter. I mean, her character is annoying on its own, but is that really why we hate her? No. I didn't like her from the very beginning, so Twitter has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't understand why that people think Twitter is the main definitive of the fandom. Like, people have different reasons to dislike this character, so I mean,
her fans make me hate her.
Yes, well,
I cannot stand her fans. That's the truth.
I've heard that a lot too. Yep. And I mean, honestly, I could have liked her, maybe. I don't know. I never really liked her from the beginning anyway, so I don't know. But they just make her worse.
Next.
This is the last one that I have on the dock. Oh boy, we're.
Oh yeah, I do have 5 more.
We're going big when we're ending. Oh yeah, you have a couple. Josie is extremely abusive, and a lot of people sleep on that because it's a CW show. They look cute together, but Josie has done some fucked up shit to Hope that would get any hit couple canceled for abuse so fast.
I mean, the last line.
Yep.
Okay. So these you guys sent on a couple of you sent on Instagram, even we got so many that I had to take it down fastly. One of the first ones is obviously we kind of a thing that we already talked about. It's MG's his jealousy risen when Ethan said he'll do anything for Lizzie. Definitely.
Yeah.
He definitely played himself. The next one is Hope's only real friend at school is Lizzie. Definitely agree.
True.
One of them is about we already talked about this one. The next one is, will Landon tell off not only the lyric but the others about Hope? Protect her at all costs. We don't know. Hope he
That's
does.
not really a confession. That's more of a
It's not a
question.
confession. It's more like an idea. The next one is they should have converted Rolf into a hybrid and played with the dynamic between him and Handon. No.
No,
Still
I
young.
don't hate
No,
Roth.
thank you.
Like I don't hate Rolf as a character, but he just needed the whole thing with him
It's
trying to
not
get the
even,
thing
it's not even that. It's not even that. Like, if he became a hybrid to help him from like dying in season 3, go for it. But I don't understand why every time somebody becomes like a new supernatural aspect or something like that, y'all wanted this love triangle to keep happening.
Mhm.
Like, y'all went through 2 shows, 9+ years of love triangle. You still want that shit? Go retry. Like, what the fuck is dynamic is there? Like, do you like seeing brothers fight over the just toss the bone or who wants who first? No. Go read a fanfic.
How does the girl deserve that?
Right, like and for y'all and the thing is that like y'all want this to happen and then y'all be like shaming Elena or shaming Haley and some shit like that or shaming Caroline. No. So you can be like, well, shit, calling them out their names, but then y'all want these love triangles. Free y'all from the shackles of these love triangles. Free you. And the fact that you said that he had to become a hybrid in order to play in Handon's relationship, nah. And if that happened, that brother relationship is dead.
Mhm.
You would have to cut me off of that. So, nah, that's a hell no for me. No. But anyways, those were the confessions you sent on Twitter and on Instagram. Those were some confessions, I tell you that. I think it's probably been the most juiciest compared to last time. And I don't even think I was there for the last one. So
They
I
were
don't
way
know the last
juicier than the last one, honestly.
yeah, it was very juicier. Once again, these are not our confessions, so if you're mad, be mad at the messenger. Not us, not the speaker. Anyways, thank you guys for feeling comfortable to even send us these confessions. I know you've probably been out here stressing and thinking these stuff in your head, but your feelings and your confessions are valid, and don't be ashamed to admit them to yourself. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Let us know what episodes you want us to do. By the time we'll basically be back on Legacies, actually talking about the episodes.
Guys, after this episode, we
Legacy.
are back with our Legacies
Weekly
episodes.
episode. So, but if we do go on another hiatus, obviously when the season's over, let us know other ideas. If you want us to do a part 3 to this, if you want us to do
We have a couple of other ideas too. So.
yeah, we also have other ideas in the boat. Some potential guests and some reoccurring guests as well. I'm also, March 19th to 20th or 20th, March 20th. Danielle will be having another con. If you want to join that, is on Gold Rush events. And if you come into the December one, can't wait to see y'all there as well. And until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Hizzy podcast episodes. You can check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. If you don't want to you just want to listen to while you go to work, while you're walking, jogging, if you want to listen to us just audio-wise, check it out. And all of our social medias will be linked so you can see what we're doing besides just recording the podcast. They will be linked in the description. And until next time, bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.